you guys. I don't find enough time to help you during class, so I made you a video. I noticed that there's been some confusion with the exponent, and so I made you a video on this question: when is the exponent positive and when is it negative? Because I remember seeing some work from last week that showed me there was confusion, and then today as I was looking at your work, I found a problem that Brandon did. So the work that we're going to do comes from this problem. This is it's problem number 5, and 5 comes in A and B. So this is part A, and this is page 79. I wrote it down, 2.2. And so, no worries, Brandon. You gave me an opportunity to make a video. I used to make these last year for my students when I did 5th and 6th grade, and I think it might help me address some of the issues that come up when I don't get to help you guys. Okay, so the problem with 5A, this involves the calories. I'm looking over here at the book too. So this is where you had to add up the calories from chicken and cabbage. And so one of these is, I don't remember which one's chicken breast. This is the raw potato. Oh gosh. I wrote down the wrong problem, which means Brandon wrote down the wrong problem. Anyway, oh, I see. Sorry guys. I might edit this out. This is not 5A, it's 5B. Okay, we're good though. So this is the raw potato plus the calories from the chicken breast. Okay, so Brandon did a really smart idea, so he decided to keep this the same, and you can choose, either one would be fine. But keep this one the same, and keep that would mean that we would need to change the exponent for the chicken breast. So since this is 2 5/10 times 10 to the 4th, we agree that changing it so that we are multiplying it just by 10 rather than 10 to the 4th, 2.5 becomes 25,000. You guys are understanding that perfectly, so I'm not worried about that. But then what happens is then we add it, and so I combined 7.7 and 25,000, and you got that. Brandon got it too. Times 10, and this is where we're getting the confusion. So this is actually the answer that Brandon got, and it's also the answer that you showed me when I stepped over there for a moment but then had to leave. So even I didn't catch it when I was over there. This is not correct, because if you think about it, if we're trying to write this amount in scientific notation. I mean, think about what would it be if we got rid of the 10 entirely. Like, getting rid of the 10 entirely means we're going to multiply this amount by 10, and that moves the decimal point over here. So this ends up becoming, let's see, I'll write it down here, 250,000, right? 250,077. And that's removing the 10. So if we go the other way, let's start again with this. What we want to do is move the decimal point over this way, right? So if I'm moving it this way, and I think the confusion is you're thinking that when you move the decimal point over to the left, that's a negative exponent, and when you move it to the right, it's a positive exponent, and I think thinking like that might confuse you. What you want to be thinking is, what do I have to do to this problem to change it so that the decimal point is at 2.5 rather than way over here? And in order to do that, let's go ahead and put it right here. And we're rounding to the nearest tenth, so we're going to ignore those other digits there. Times 10. Well, how many times would I need to move the decimal point over here to get here? So it's actually the reverse. So from here, we would need to multiply it 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So the answer is 2.5 times 10 to the 4th. So I think ultimately, don't think about moving to the left is negative and moving to the right is positive, because it depends on where you are in the problem. Sometimes you're going to be in one part of the problem where you're trying to turn it into the original answer. Anyway, I hope that's making sense. Let me know I'll come up with another problem to give you that demonstrates this. Or look at some of Emily's work from last week because she had a bunch of those. Okay, thanks you guys.